All right.
Danny G is in the building, man. The big Danny G. The G with a capital G.
Yo to the Zoe.
You're the only person I can call G. Like, I always say what up G to my boys, but it makes sense when I say what up G to you.
Yeah, what up? Kid W.
You feel me? I like.
I don't want to call you Kid L, bro.
I like that. I appreciate that.
All them L's turned to a dub.
I needed that, man.
Kid Dub.
People figured out to make fun of me by saying Kid L. You take a lot of L's, Kid L. I'm like,
hey, you know what, though? Everybody takes... You take 1,000 million L's before you get a dub.
Yeah, exactly. And if you really look at an L... It kind of turns into a W if you add the L's together.
Yeah, if you go like this, but then you just like, yeah, exactly.
Think about it, bro. Yeah. Dude, 2 L's is a W. Gee, you are a G for that.
Fuck going on.
Man, I want to compare the wardrobes here because I feel like I'm flat right now, man. I got my boy Debo Scotty hooked me up with this Power Moves Only, and then you got
this is
what is that?
Creep Show. Do you remember that movie? Like from the 80s, bro?
No.
It's like a like kind of like horror comedy or something.
Like a B movie kind of?
Kind of. It wasn't. I don't know. It's good, bro. You should check it out. It's called Creep Show.
Definitely not. But check this out.
Scared the shit out of me as a kid, bro.
I've been watching.
But I got the shirt. It's cool.
Shirt's ass.
What's that?
What's up?
What's that drip? What do you got there?
Power Moves Only. My boy Debo Scotty hooked me up with this, man, and I like that term, Power Moves Only, because it's like if you're gonna do something, it has to be major. Like it can't be small things that don't add up to anything. It should be big things that always add up to something.
You gotta take a shit, man. You gotta take a big shit.
Exactly, bro. I'm noticing like I'm having better like digestion when I drink coffee now. So even if I ate terrible the day before, that coffee just clears out my system, bro.
Nice.
So I'm working on that aspect.
Hell yeah! I actually just cut back on it, man.
You got back on coffee?
No, I cut back on it.
What's that mean?
No, I'm just not drinking the shit all the time.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Were you drinking coffee a lot?
Well, no, I just drink it every day. Like I didn't drink like a ton of it. There was a point in time that I was
all day long type shit.
Yeah. Like energy drinks, coffee, whatever. But like it's just like I don't know. It just like makes like I feel like I wake up in the morning and I'm just like groggy without it. So I'm just trying to like not have caffeine.
But the health benefits stuff, you even told me today you hopped in the cold lake.
Yeah.
Was it for health benefits? Like what was it?
Yeah, totally, man. That's for like just putting myself in like a situation where it's uncomfortable because it's good for you.
How often are you doing that?
I haven't done that in a long time, actually. A very long time. But like a year probably.
Yeah, what do they call it again? Like cold
polar plunging.
Yeah, polar plunge. It's becoming like a huge thing now, and now you can even buy a tub at your house.
I got one.
Oh, you got the one at your crib?
Yeah. Or are you talking about like one of those I know a dude that has a tub, and this might be what you're talking about, but it's kind of like a little freezer or whatever.
Yeah.
But like or like a hot tub basically, but it's just cold.
It's cold
water.
as hell instead. Yeah. To start off the day and shit.
I just have like a regular like giant like 150 gallon tub or something.
And do you fill it with ice or you just
ice, like just like 5 bags of ice or something. I don't know, and then just
how'd you feel today when you got out of it?
Good. It's uncomfortable, man. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But not everything in life is supposed to be fun, bro.
Yeah.
So if you can do things that aren't fun like that, then,
Yeah, you have to be able to do the hard
mental
things.
toughness.
Yeah, as much as you won't do the easy things. Like the things that you enjoy doing, you have to do the things you don't enjoy doing just as much or even double the amount of the things that you do enjoy doing.
Everything that, every like chasing pleasures and shit, all my life, like just like avoiding pain and seeking pleasure, like it always just takes you, like it like makes you a weaker person.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying you can't have fun or indulge in things, and like that's a part of life too. Like, to let loose and enjoy.
But when you're in a constant state of comfort, you don't know what comfort is anymore.
No, and then it just makes you weaker, bro. You're just like dependent on that.
Yeah. Those bad trips where you're like literally just not doing shit, but you're enjoying life, and then at a certain point you're doing it for so long that you're not even enjoying what the fuck you're doing. I was playing a video game like 5 days ago. I was playing this game called Hitman, and I was like, it was a day where I was frustrated as shit, and I was like, I want to do something with killing involved. So I started playing the game. It was great. It really relieved all my stress. Yeah, it relieved all my stress. Then the next day I was like, let me play it again. And then I was like playing it, and then the third day I did it again. I was like, dude, I'm not even having fun, but I'm just like fucking hooked. But it's not making me feel any better. So like that comfort shit and that entertainment shit, man, it's like you got to kind of earn it. I think you have to do enough shit and then find that break time.
for sure. I think like I think that's what it is, bro. If every single day that you do something, you like do the things that you needed to do or whatever, like definitely reward yourself.
Exactly,
like, for sure.
You've been doing a lot of shit, bro. You have been. I mean, I'm just hearing your fucking name everywhere, and it's so crazy to see the progression of how fast you've been doing anything. But just since the last time you've been here, can you walk us kind of through the timeline of everything that you've been encountering since then?
First, Shitty Boys concert or show that they did since before the pandemic. We did that.
We're talking about St. Andrews Hall?
No, that was in Los Angeles.
Oh, I thought St. Andrews is in Detroit.
No, that was for the Bin Reaper 3 release party.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool.
So, no, I'm talking about like since I seen you last.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, like that. I feel like that was kind of like a monumental thing because they did a show. I actually announced the show, which was crazy. Like, I didn't realize like people like knew me, like they do. So that was crazy. Like a bunch of fans and like kids and shit out there.
Duh, dude.
Like, DDG, let me take a picture with you.
Yeah,
but it was really cool. It was cool, and then like it was just cool to like be there with them doing that, announce that. Like that was just really sick. And then of course the Megatron tour, Rolling Loud, New York.
Yeah.
And then the Bin Reaper 3 album release party, that was like really cool. Just that's like a really cool feeling, just like because I used to go there for shows, and just to be a part of it is cool. It's a cool full circle moment. I like that
from being
stuff.
in the audience to being the one on stage, right?
Yeah.
How long ago was it? Was that your first time ever being on stage as a producer or as a person running the DJ aspect of it?
Technically, no. Well,
Where there was more than 10 people in the audience. I mean, like,
right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. For sure. Definitely,
so that was the first time. So like the first time.
Yeah. That Shitty Boys show. Well, no, I did something with I think I was with like Crispy Life.
Oh, okay,
Crispy
cool.
Life did a show. I was at. So no, it's not the first. It's not the first, but I think it's really cool because like I was like doing a lot of stuff with like Shitty Boys and Tron, like that kind of like really, brought me on the scene. So like Lando and Tron and Stan and TRD.
Yeah, you're a part of that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like.
So I think that's pretty cool.
For sure.
Everybody else is cool. I love working with everybody in Detroit.
Oh yeah.
In Michigan.
So when you're hopping on the stage, and what's your main? What are you doing on stage? Like, what's your main facilitation? Like, what's?
Man, dude, I don't know. Like, I stage dived at that first one.
But
look, bro. See, no, I'm not. I don't have like. I'm just there, bro. I'm not DJing.
You're not DJing any of the music? Oh, okay. So
no, because they got RJ. Like that first show that I was talking about, we didn't have a DJ. But so I don't know.
You guys just played it off the speaker or something like that?
Well, they had a dude that was like a sound guy.
Mm.
So like he was in the back of the venue, and I just had to tell him like, hey, like when I say this or whatever, drop the song or whatever. Like we just had like
that's
a
crazy
thing, it's like a. How
many people were in the audience? Is that with BabyTron's beginning of his shows? Is that like a BabyTron show that you're talking about?
That was a Shitty Boy show.
The Shitty Boy show. Yeah. So you're telling a guy in the back.
Yeah, he was like the sound guy.
Yeah, like Sanctuary's like that. You have to tell the guy.
Even at St. Andrews, they had a sound guy, but we still had a DJ. Like RJ was DJing.
Yeah. How many people were in that first when you're talking about where you have to yell across the room? How many people were in the audience at that time?
Wait, yell across the room?
Yeah,
no, I didn't have to yell across the room.
You know what I mean?
No, at the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, at the beginning. Okay, so how many people were at that show?
I think there was like 600 or something like that.
So the one where you're talking to
sold out, yeah.
Okay, with no DJ, you guys had 600 people there.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Well, dude, you got to like Shitty Boys, like Tron's, like blowing up, and like
what year was that?
I think, and this was last year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But you got to think like the pandemic, like they just like were building all this momentum, but like we couldn't do shows. Like most people weren't doing shows, and they just never did one again. And that was like the first show that they did since probably 2019 or 20 or something. I don't know. I think it might have been 2019, the last show they did.
For sure.
Yeah.
And now what's your just for people who don't know, like what's your position when it comes to making the music for the Shitty Boys, and your own position yourself when it comes to your own music that you're creating?
Man, I mean, it's been like engineering, mixing, mastering, producing, you know. I've been taking a bit of like a sideline on like the mixing and mastering kind of stuff, like especially for like Tron, because like now like he's, you know, having it mixed in Dolby Atmos, and you know, White Mike's been mixing, he mixed the last album and stuff, so it's getting like a little bit more spread out, you know.
Yeah.
So
beats is kind of, and recording is basically the two ways you're incorporating yourself into it.
Oh yeah. I'm just, you know, just lock in with them, make some songs.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes they record themselves a lot though now.
Yeah, I remember Primo told me that sometimes he'll just BabyTron will just go inside the studio and like literally just keep that shit running.
Oh yeah, they all of them. Stan's actually mixing a lot of his own stuff now too, like recording himself at home and mixing the music.
I always get an opinion from a lot of people that it's best to have somebody do the recording and then send it to somebody else for the actual mix and mastering, because it gives it like fresh ears and kind of a different aspect.
Yeah, it can be for sure. I mean, I never thought that was like an absolute, like I used to hear people that are like, you gotta do that, you have to. I think that it's a good thing for sure, but I don't think it should be a thing that stops you from like doing it. So if like you don't really have the time, or you don't have the money, or you don't want to give it to somebody else and you want to do it yourself, maybe you want to learn to do it or something, like that's okay. Like I think you should be able to do that. And I don't know, maybe like, you know, when you're like Tron's kind of doing that now, like, you know, just with a label, and you know, you get to a certain level and it's like, well, we need to have these different guys doing stuff.
Yeah.
You know, one guy's going to mix it, one guy's going to master it, you know, and it's not like these two guys are doing everything, or these three guys, or whatever.
No, for sure.
You know,
I mean,
but it is good though, because you have fresh ears. So for one, you might not hear something that they heard, you know, like or maybe like they bring out something like a creative thing in the mastering part of it, like polishing it up or something. Or,
No, I mean, I see it from a lot of, I mean, you know, I'm in a band and stuff, and we have we've been recording for 10 years, and I kind of realized that it just comes down to a variable aspect of what makes the song sound better. So you could be trying for a year to do your own mixing and mastering and recording all yourself, and then just compare it to your next songs. Compare it like, okay, next time I record a song, let me get the procedure done where this guy records it, this guy mixes, this guy masters, and see which one comes out more ideally, right? So it's everybody's different when it comes to it. We'll talk about the progression with, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, dude, you got to look at the position you're in. You know, you're in a position where you were building a reputation for yourself. You got, you know, started working with one of the biggest studios, one of the biggest hip hop platforms, which is the Hip Hop Lab. You built a name for yourself over there. You started working with the Shitty Boys and stuff like that, and they're fucking blowing the fuck up, obviously. And you're heavily incorporated in that. But before we get into the Shitty Boys kind of area, what else are you working on personally or with artists that aren't in that group, just so we can kind of touch on things beyond them?
Vezzo, Baby Money. They just did something like really dope. To this beat I gave to well, it's not out yet or anything, but they, you know, they're really liking this song we just did. I lock in with Vezzo like a lot. Mostly hasn't been like, I haven't been like using my beats as much, but just, you know, just keep that relationship, you know, just lock in with him, record him. I like recording him, whether it's on my beats or not. I like working with Vezzo.
Yeah, talk about
like I know how he works, and it's just cool. Like, so
talk about the relationship. Yeah, talk about working with Vezzo. It's always cool when you get to work with somebody that's at a high caliber, but you actually have the connection with as well. You know what I mean?
Well, he's got a studio now. It's like a private, you know, just like his own private studio.
Cool.
And yeah, so I've just been going over there every now and then and just working with him and whoever he's got there. Like Baby Money was there, you know, some other guys. That was a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
And just working. They were working on some tape. The song that I produced, like I guess like another engineer was over there the night before and recorded it. And then I just recorded like 4 songs.
Cool.
For it. So,
how do you think that they saw you and wanted to build a relationship? I know when it comes to OG artists, such as Vezzo and whatnot.
Probably Lando and Crispy Life.
Cool.
Yeah, I think because I originally met Vezzo through Lando, like at the Hip Hop Lab when we opened. I worked with him a few times, but we didn't really, have like a relationship. He just, I'm just recording him. Like he doesn't know me. I don't really know him. And but I started locking in with Crispy Life, and he kind of signed Crispy Life.
Yep.
Vezzo did.
Yep.
And like me and Crispy Life were just super tapped in, and Vezzo, it's like, oh, okay, like these guys are super tapped in, and so we just kind of built a relationship too. Like,
what's been the most notable projects as far as working with Vezzo for you right now, or anything that's been substantial for you as far as singles or tapes released?
I recorded his verse for the Jeezy, that one Jeezy song. I've recorded like a few songs like he had like big features on. I want to say I did the Future one, like not Future's vocal, but Vezzo's vocals.
You're not sure if you did or not?
I'm pretty sure I did, and then Crispy Life mixed it, but Future wasn't there.
Right,
Same with like Jeezy,
dude, you're still putting, it's legendary.
Yeah, so and then I did that Spot 'Em Got 'Em song, like I recorded his vocals.
Now on the business end of things, are you feeling in control as far as how you're delegating your money, and if you're getting, like the contracts and everything like that? Because I know you're working with so many different people.
Well, I just signed a little like publishing deal.
Cool.
So like I got like a lawyer and stuff that's like I'm actually this week I'm just getting all my whole catalog and everything, and then obviously going forward, they're gonna take care of that. So
the returns for everything you've done so far are gonna be there for you now, or do you feel like you've done some stuff that like you?
I think some stuff like you're not gonna get everything, But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna make sure I get all the paperwork and everything, and just get everything entered correctly in BMI and like on the master side, like Sound Exchange stuff. Like, so I'll definitely be seeing probably some more money that I was missing out on for sure.
I mean, yeah, dude.
Because I had like the thing is like a lot of songs that I did, I feel like just kind of like under the radar, like didn't get paid. Didn't get like the full share of it, like maybe just got like publishing, so.
No, yeah, that's tough because
it's good when you have like a team and like a lawyer and stuff that can do it, because you don't want to have those conversations either,
right?
With the artists, like it's just such a buzzkill, bro, and it can go south, like and you might not even realize that you're saying something that might put them off or whatever.
Yeah.
Or what? Both sides too, and then it could just damage the relationship. You're like, oh, fuck this guy. This guy doesn't want. And like they're like, oh, fuck him. Like, and you might want to keep the working relationship.
Yeah.
So it's better to have like a,
It's interesting because artists are artists at the end of the day. I mean, you make beats, you're an artist at the end of the day, right? Everywhere you look at it, you're an artist, and so is the person that you're dealing with. And so the tough part about dealing with artist to artist is that in a perfect world, we wouldn't even want money. We just want to be doing what we're doing because we love doing it. But now you're bringing up this whole transaction.
Yeah, I know, and it changes the vibe. Like, I mean, there's like right and wrong and all this, right? Like, just leaving all that shit out of it, bro. It's just like, it's a funny feeling, but it is the music business too, so you gotta, stay on business.
You know what? And another aspect of it, I've never paid for something for somebody. Like, I paid people to work with them. I remember I paid Jackpot the Juice to shoot some skits with him. I paid him like $500 like 3 years ago to shoot some skits.
Yeah.
And I never looked at him differently because he was charging me. I just knew like, no, I never looked at him differently. But I can see how when you get close with somebody, maybe you're recording a artist for a long period of time and you gain a relationship with them, that's what makes it harder. I feel like if you keep distance between the person that you're doing the feature with or making, charging or whatever, then it's easier. And it's like, yo, man, I fuck with you, you fuck with me. Yeah. Let's make this money together. But if I'm getting close with you, like that's when it kind of would get weird for me. Like I'm close to you and I'm still charging you. Damn, this is crazy. But
well, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like when you're dealing with music though too, like it's intellectual property. I mean, there's like it's no longer just the beat, it's the master and the composition and everything, and it's intellectual property. I mean, like you guys both put something on it, but like it's like it's you gotta get paid, bro. Your fair share. I mean,
for sure.
The thing is with like getting paid for your music too. Like sometimes it's always a negotiation too, bro. Like sometimes like artists like in this like mostly has been the case. Like coming up was like not getting an advance or whatever, right? But like getting back end, like. But I was always cool with that most of the time because it was a good opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't think like you should just be doing free stuff all the time, and I don't like long term. I don't think that's like a really sustainable thing, because it just becomes a very one-sided thing, and then it's like it's just kind of weird. It's like you're just you're hanging this like clout over me, and it's just like a weird thing because I don't know.
No, I totally.
You know what I mean? Like
I totally get
to a certain like I could get them, like it's independent artists like like. They don't really have the budget. Like, they could give you money, right? But, like, it's, like, cool. Like, we're building, this is going to help me out, Like, cool. Back end, like, that's fine.
Like, when you started off with the Shitty Boys, were you one of the, I know we talked about it before. You were just tagging them, saying you wanted to work, and eventually it ended up
I really tagged them one time, bro.
Oh, it was one time tagging?
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, that was, like, the luckiest shit of my life, bro. I had never made a Shitty Boy beat ever.
Yeah.
Like type beat. I don't know. I just was listening to Shitty Boys and Tron, and I was playing at the time Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Yeah.
And I just really liked the music. I seen something in it. But like maybe I just was like afraid to like try and make that, but my girlfriend was really like, I'm playing it for like just every time we're in the car. So like you should just make this. Like what are you doing? Why don't you just make something like this? Tagged him in it. Stan Will responded, and like that's just where like that started, Do you
remember how far along they had been as a group when you had sent in when you started working with them? They
had signed to Lando at that time.
They had a buzz.
Yeah, they had a nice little buzz going for sure.
Mm-hmm. And so you get to be a part of again the process of it, not to call you like a Dr. Dre or anything like that, but to kind of give you that role of like you're a fundamental part for how the music kept getting progressed.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can't obviously take the credit for that, like all of it. It's like I'm just like a part of it. Like there's Getta, Blue Strip, so many guys like Hokati Y, like so many dudes like that were shaping the sound before I was around, like, and Kyle, actually by Kyle right now, like he did 10 songs on this last album. He's insane. He's been locking in with Tron as of in the recent months, just insanely incredible. So like everybody's been pushing the sound, but for sure, I've definitely played a role in shaping the sound, like being there at the studio, like just being at the lab, just being a part of that
so you're I mean you're a significant part of the song, helping create the sound and helping create the productivity of the group, and watching you guys progress is insane. Like watching you, I mean, I remember when I was talking about you guys last year, I think I made some posts and everybody's like, who gives a fuck about the Shitty Boys? And now the same people who were saying who gives a fuck about the Shitty Boys are literally going like, nah, they took over. They took over. And
no,
it's like,
it's funny. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good.
I was listening to Jug Messiah 2 by Tron, And I just looked in the comments, like I just clicked on the comment. Like, this guy's like, yeah, he looks like Drake from Drake and Josh, and it's a 3-year-old comment, but it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, but I have seen people that I remember particularly talking shit about them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember them talking shit about them. Oh, this is garbage. Oh, this won't do anything. This isn't gonna go far. Shitty Boys. Their name is Shitty Boys. Like, that's not gonna do anything. Like, but now they're on the bandwagon.
For sure.
Yeah, and like it's kind of funny. Like,
no, yeah,
because that's like I specifically remember you saying what you said about.
Yeah, no, and I was
now you want to be.
I was one of those motherfuckers too, because remember when Lando was posting BabyTron in the very, very beginning. I don't remember what year it was, but this was like at least a few years ago or something like that. And I remember I was trying to tell him to post this guy I had shot a music video for. I was like, post it. He's like, no. And I was like, why, man? You're posting BabyTron, and like, what's that? And then it wasn't like a dog on BabyTron or anything like that. It was more so like I didn't get it. Like I didn't get like. Why are you accepting that music, but you're not? This is a different sound. That's a different sound. Do it. Yeah. And now I'm one of those guys that's looking at it like, holy shit, I did not see that fucking coming. Like, not at all.
I seen, dude. I don't know. I seen something. There was something that was like, I listened. I think it was Game Breaker. That's the first song that I heard by them, and then like, I just remember Tron going on this like video run, you know, and. Just like I just like hit like you seen like the star power in him. Well, maybe I know you probably like you said you didn't because you didn't understand.
I didn't understand at all. Yeah,
I like at first I didn't like I was definitely I knew there was something there for sure. At first I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like they're rapping over like a fucking song,
disco beats and shit. It was crazy.
Yeah, but I liked it though. It just had this like nostalgia and like I don't know, it was just like raw and it was just cool. But you just really seen that in Tron though too. Like I'm like, oh, this dude's hard.
Yeah, he must be going similarly to what Eminem went through. Where like in the very beginning, you know, everybody's like, "Who's Eminem guy?" Like, what? This is not what. And BabyTron probably went through the same thing where people are like, "What is this?" But look who's like laughing now. It's like straight up
for sure. Yeah.
Now you're a part you're a part of this process. You're watching it move forward. Talk about the linear, the timeline kind of your career progressing with them at the same time. Going off of those shows, you guys get back from COVID. You're able to perform and sell out a show. Yeah. And just walk us through.
They're on tour right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to Arizona. I'm gonna do like a couple of them and stuff.
Yeah.
They're doing the tour.
Mm-hmm.
They're working on a new album, a Shitty Boy album.
Yeah.
So no, like Rio's team hit me up asking for some like sessions and stuff. So
cool.
And I got a bunch of unreleased stuff. I'm gonna get mixed in Dolby Atmos and stuff. I've never mixed in Dolby Atmos. It's something that I'm trying to get into, but I know some guys that do it, so I think that'll be really cool and like refreshing. If he decides to use those songs, I think it'll be really cool because he never had the chance, I think, to get any stuff mixed in Atmos. And right now that's a trending thing, like Apple's pushing spatial audio and stuff. So
what is that?
It's just like surround sound, like mixing the music in Dolby Atmos.
Okay, so it's like a surround sound feel of where the sounds are coming from?
Yeah. So picture like instead of just like, a stereo track, like left and right. Yeah,
it's going to be...
Yeah, you can mix it. I mean, you can hear stuff like however they mix it. You can hear stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on the kind of hardware you're using to listen to it that you can actually perceive what's happening.
Yeah, yeah.
Because even with visuals, like 8K cameras came out, but like YouTube was like limited to, like 4K at the time. So
yeah, for sure.
I guess you have to buy some high quality shit. But to listen to that.
they've got some like systems. Like people got them. Like I was looking them up. You can get like a surround sound system like at your house or whatever. Like. Couple $100 or something.
Oh yeah, so you could just.
I'm not even talking about like the stuff to like make the music or whatever, like that type of system, but like just like a home system.
Yeah, just to listen to the shit.
Yeah, man.
So you can get the full vibe. But that must be more work on you guys then, right? To like create.
Kinda. I mean, I've never done it, but just based on like what I kind of know, like I don't know, it's probably like a similar mixing process, like just a little extra.
Oh, I see it.
But it's cool though, because like you're taking something that's kind of like 2-dimensional and making it 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
So
yeah, right on. That's what they do with movies. I mean, it's the same thing.
Dude.
It's just like different parts of where the bass sound's coming from versus the treble versus this, and it's like different areas or just sounds in general.
Yeah, like a car like zooming by. It's like,
that's on the left side. We'll keep that there and keep it further back. I even when I
cool.
edit videos, there's like a whole sound map of where you want the sounds to come from. So I'm sure it's just like that with the music. But talk about So I was at.
But I'm definitely excited about this Rio album because, you know, I mean, I may or may not have something on there, but you know,
but dude,
I got a bunch of stuff that I'm sending him.
The fact that
I
you're
got a few
working
really hard songs.
Yeah, the fact that you're working with them is all that matters, dude. Right? Like you're working with the biggest artist in Detroit right now. At the end of the day,
Rio is probably he's insane, man. He's just crazy.
Talk about the process of working with him.
He's just really, really focused. Like, you know, sometimes like he's like, you know, he gets like turned up, you know, but like, and you think like, oh man, this guy's over here like, you know, just super turnt right now. And like, damn, how's he gonna do this? But like, he just kind of like is like moving around the room and like doing his thing. But then like once he gets on the mic though, it's like go, go, go.
Yeah, man.
Like he'll do, you know, we would do like 10 features, man. Like I kid you not, man. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know, 5-10 features, maybe more. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of features, and then he'd be like, "Yo, load up some beats." Yeah. So he would just do all these features, and like that's like freaking 10 songs, bro. You think that he's like done, and he's just like, "Nah, let's keep going." Man. He's an animal, dude. Just keep going, and the features that he would do, it's not like it was bad. It's not like he was like doing like less work or being less creative. He was just doing them. Yeah. He's just being him, doing his thing. So
no, that's cool as fuck.
But he's cool, he's super cool, like respectful, man. Always, you know, where's your dustpan and broom? And like I'm like, nah, you don't gotta do that. And he's just cleans up after himself. Like he's cool, man.
Oh yeah, it's solid.
Yeah,
bro.
Respectful.
Yeah, you're dealing with the guys who are running the show as far as Detroit's music concerned. And even when it comes to the Shitty Boys, I'm seeing it now more than I ever. The other day I was walking at Myers. I literally have the video of it. I was walking and somebody looked at me. They're like, "That's BabyTron," and they were like making fun of me for some reason. And then I was like, "BabyTron," and then he's like, "Yeah, dude." And I was like, "Bro, my boys literally produce music for him." And then they're like, "Who?" I'm like, "Danny G and Primo and shit." He's like, "They're like, no, like, you don't know BabyTron. You don't know Danny G." I literally pulled out my fucking phone and I was like, I literally showed him. I was like, "Look, dude, BabyTron follows me and so does Danny G's follow me." I swear, dude, no, I gotta show you the fucking video, dude. It's like it's so fucking wild. I was like, no, because you know some people go like, "Oh yeah, I don't hear nobody listen." They did look like Tron fans. I'm not gonna lie. Like I kind of see what his fan base looks like now after this.
Dude, it's so funny when you see them in like the crowd. Like they'll wear like this like Adidas like the tracksuit, and then they have like buffs on. Yeah. Or like they can't afford buffs, so like they wear some glasses that like are sort of reminiscent of some buffs. Like, and it's like because they're like trying hard to look like him, you know. And
that's
it's
when
just
I
so
felt
funny.
like I was like, "Oh, I get it now." Like,
it's dope though. Like
you do tracksuits,
it's dope.
right?
It's
Dude,
cool, like
bro.
to see that. It's just funny, man.
Like I'm literally just chilling at Myers, bro. Bro, I'm literally just chilling at the Myers, and these kids are going crazy about it. And like literally, they drove off to screaming Shitty Boys, and I'm like, "Oh no, this is serious business here. Like you can't just be walking and randomly." Then you watch the shows that you're a part of, you watch what's going on, and you see the explosiveness of this group. Yeah,
it's real. I always forget like how real it is because like
it's no joke.
Like you see them like doing that, like picture that was you, like that was us, like shit for me probably like I don't know 10 10 years ago, like 12 years ago, like I was one of those kids, bro.
Yeah, literally.
So you know what I mean? But like whoever was like sweet back then, but like you know what I'm saying? Like they're really like the hottest, you know, groups right now. Like Tron's just going crazy, and like it's just crazy to see that because those kids are tapped in.
Yeah, the
kids are tapped into like what's popping, you know.
Yeah, that's
so
they know what's up before we know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they know what's lame and what's not lame.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't tell them like what's cool. they're the ones that dictate that. I feel like.
Talk about the process of working with the Shitty Boys. Talk about your involvement more so, and just talk about like the interactions and such. Like, how do you guys operate, and kind of give us the insight of like the touring and just the good times, and also just all the encounters you guys deal with while you're out working together.
Like in the studio, maybe, or
yeah, just walk us through everything. I mean, walk us through studio, like just highlight moments for you guys.
Man, just yeah, really just pulling up. Like, I feel like things have changed a little bit. You know, like Tron's an early bird. Like he's up there at the crack of dawn, and probably whether or not he went to bed at that time or not, he's up and he's usually in there. You know, to be him, like the DSM guys like 40 and MJ Paid and Turkey Man, like, you know, they'll be up there with him, or sometimes he's like by himself, you know, and just working, you know. So, you know, it's not all the time does everybody get together, you know, but like I'll come up there and catch him, you know, or Jake will go in there, or me and Jake will both be in there with him, or, you know, and then we just make good music, man. We're just playing beats, man, and just trying to make sweet stuff, you know. Yeah. I always trust that whatever like Stan or D or Tron does is gonna be, you know, good.
For sure. And creating the sounds that
we always make good music. We always make good stuff together, for sure.
It must be crazy seeing how many songs you have in the vault, and they're just like probably never gonna see
the light of day. There's a ton of songs. There were songs that were gonna be on the albums that got taken off, you know. Yeah. You know, because of sample clearance, or because like he just wanted to curate a different sound, and like you know what I mean? Like things have changed with Tron, where he's making songs much more rapidly, and he was making songs rapidly for sure, but like now he's just so much more particular, like.
Yes.
So like we might make some crazy shit and it's like, oh, this is album worthy, but then he makes like 4 more hard ass songs, and then like I don't know, that song might not make it. You know what I mean? It might go on SoundCloud, or it just might never see the light of day ever.
For sure. Talk about your own.
I have a lot of those, man. Like, there's a lot of songs, and they're good songs, but it's just, you know.
I can imagine with somebody who just doesn't stop rapping that you're going to come up with good shit, and you never stop making beats. So it's like perfect marriage.
So like to me, it's kind of made me realize like, oh man, I gotta kick it into gear and, you know, just lock in more, you know, like that's what it is.
Motivating factor.
Yeah. So, but like it's just become so much faster.
So what's been your biggest fan moment so far of somebody coming up to you, man? Because I know everybody recognizes everybody in every group, man. So talk about the moment that you were unexpected. I know you said that when you were at that show, people were saying what up to you. But...
Oh yeah, definitely at the shows, man. Or like. All right, maybe like this one kind of stands out a little bit. My girlfriend was working at Olga's
kitchen.
Yeah, Olga's kitchen, like serving, and like this kid. There was a couple kids that worked there, you know, that know, and like she's not like like quick to be like, oh, like talk about me, you know, but like, you know, they just talk, and it's like, oh, my boyfriend does music or whatever, you know, and I'm like, oh, really? Like, yeah, he's a producer. He produces for like BabyTron or whatever. Like, this kid's like freaking out. He's like, no, you're lying. What's his name? Danny G. And then he told me like his name's Jackson. I actually brought him to the Bin Reaper 3 show. Yeah. Shout out to Jackson, because. Yeah, he's like a fan of Shitty Boys, like a big fan. He's a fan of me, and I just thought it was cool. I brought him there.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah,
bro.
he was chill, bro. He didn't move. Like, I brought him on the stage, bro, and he didn't fucking move anywhere.
He's nervous.
He was just happy. Yeah, I think so. Maybe, you know, but he was just so happy to be there. You know,
when you're watching,
you can imagine what that probably feels like, you know. Yeah, but he was like tweaking out about it, and I just like, I don't know.
Because you're in, dude.
I don't really think about it. I'm not species, like looking at myself like
you're a different species, man.
I just like, I don't know. So it's just kind of funny, like, to me, but I appreciate it though.
What's been the craziest moment you've seen for the boys? Have you seen anything stand out as far as how the fans react to them too?
Yeah, really. I want to say like, really like what like when like that first show from last year, like that, I want to say that just stands out just because it was cool. Like I said, obviously I realized I had fans or whatever.
Yeah, man.
Like, cause I don't know, you got Instagram and you can kind of like, I don't know, people talk or whatever, but like to actually see like fans, like, cause you don't actually see fans like unless you're at a show or something.
Yeah, man.
So like, but it was cool just to see like they knew all the lyrics to their songs, man, and just watching this like go crazy, like, and just elevate. It's been really cool, and just see like some of the features like Tron's had, you know, recently, and just the people that are tapped in with him. I mean, actually, Jamie Foy, he's like a pro skater and stuff. I seen him like one of my posts or whatever, and I'm like, I this dude liking my shit, like, but he follows BabyTron. And so I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like,
they investigate.
So it's like people, yeah, bro. People are like tapped in. Like, Q Beats like hit me up. Like, I've been like tapping in with like dudes like that I probably looked up to, you know, and that stuff's pretty cool. Like to see, because they're fans of them. So it's just cool to see them do that for sure. Like,
oh yeah, man. Your name gets bigger as their name gets bigger. Everybody's name gets bigger together, and it's like you got to realize you're a fundamental aspect of the music being generated the way it is. So it's like you're gonna get used to like people really fucking with you heavier and heavier as the time goes by.
I'm trying to get just like enjoy the process too, bro. Like I just want to enjoy. Like I got a new crib.
Nice, bro.
Nice spot, you know, on the lake and stuff.
I saw you got some plaques too, man. I seen they picture with you on the fucking big ass. What the hell is that thing?
Yeah,
what's it called?
A billboard plaque.
But like, what's that? Is it actually called a plaque?
Yeah, it's a plaque.
Yeah, it's a plaque, right? So like, that's yours. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, how fast that happened.
They have like a verification process with it too, so you can't just like get one. I mean, you know, so it is a cool thing, like for sure. Like I have the Bin Reaper 2 one because that was the first album. I think that's the first album that I charted on Billboard with. So I got that one. They're like $460 for those. So like, and it takes them forever. So like, I'm still waiting on the other ones. Like not even money wise, but like they still haven't even like emailed me back. Like this is months ago. So there's probably about 5 other ones on the way.
Legendary.
Plus these last 2 ones with Tron.
No, it's
on this album, and then
man,
I got a couple with Rio and Mike because Dumb and Dumber went number 11 or something.
Wow, man. So how many songs do you have on the top billboards right now?
Well, really, okay, that first Bin Reaper 3 Old Testament, that made number 69.
Nice.
Yeah, number 69. It made number 69 on top 100 Billboard. And I think that's the only chart that it landed on. And then this one, I haven't looked, but I want to say like it was number 1 on iTunes. Like it was number 6 on all genres. Like so it was top 10, bro, on Apple Music.
So you're in the top Spotify. 10 and the top 1.
Yeah,
you
dude.
Hit it hard,
so,
bro. You hit
but
all the cylinders, bro.
So I know Billboard. It probably hit Billboard. The New Testament one. This, you know, because he dropped the 2 albums.
How fucking exciting, bro!
It's dope, man. I love those like the plaques and stuff are cool because it lets you know. It's kind of like an accolade. It's a reminder of like the cool stuff that you've done and been a part of. And,
no, man, I'm super fucking.
Definitely. I definitely try to focus on like keep going.
Yeah,
because it's easy to get caught up. I feel like in, you know, like resting on your laurels and stuff. You know, and just kind of getting caught up in what you did. Yeah, for sure, dude. And it's just good to keep going, for sure.
Well, you're a part of the...
but also appreciate it.
Yeah, you're a part of a machine. So, like, the lucky part for you is you kind of have to keep going, right? Because if other people require you in order for them to progress as well, then you have to go at that point, which is great. Like, for me right now, the only thing that, like... I mean, I love doing what I do and everything like that, but Nick is a huge part, obviously, High-Low Visuals, who shoots these productions. I'm always like, can't let the team down. Gotta get people on, like, you know, I gotta do as much as I can to make this thing blow up as fast as possible. Like, instead of cruising, I could also just like go to sleep and be like, fuck all that for now. Let me take a break.
Yeah.
But you have so many people that you're accountable for.
Yeah, no, like
and fans that are you're accountable like, fans, bro. People who are waiting for you to create something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's crazy because like I never really look at it like myself or whatever, but like you know, like the artists I work with and stuff too, like just to think, or like even like Tron, like just think like him, he really is carrying a lot of weight on his shoulders, bro.
Okay.
Like, and it's like you just don't even really sometimes like realize it. Like sometimes these dudes, like so many people are reliant on them for so many things, bro. Like a job or like a purpose, you know, like money or whatever, you know, and it's got to be like tough, but rewarding at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you can sense it yourself, too. It's just a magnified version of it, right? Yep. When you're dealing with people who have to deal with more parts, then it's more magnified of how much pressure.
Oh, yeah. Even for myself, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, dude. You have a lot on your shoulders, too, but you're handling it fucking well. It looks like from here. I mean, I'll call you later and figure out how you're really doing. But we're running a little bit out of time as much as I want to fucking keep you in here, man. You know, I love having you. I need you back next month if you can come back next month.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Well, because there was so much more I wanted to get into, man. But
yeah,
Danny G's in the fucking building. Proud of how far you've come, bro, and what you've been accomplishing, even just as a person, beyond the music, man. I can see like you have more of a glow to you, and you're way more relaxed. And I'm seeing what you're doing with the music, and I'm proud of you for that too. And proud of the fact that you are a fundamental part of moving Detroit music forward and Michigan music forward. And also just what you've done with the Shitty Boys and all the other major artists like Vezzo and Rio that you've been working with to see what happens out of that, man. I know in a couple of years,
you too,
bro.
Though, man. You too. You've been going up, man.
I accept your compliment, but man, I have a lot of fucking work to do.
We both do, bro. We're not.
But
you're
billboarding, boy. I'm not billboarding yet.
Yeah, that could be tomorrow, though, man. You never know.
Yeah, you know, I appreciate that for real.
You never know.
I
don't think.
Facts, that
Cash Doll song.
It's old. It's old.
Oh.
Listen, man, we're at Parallel Sound Studio. High Low Visuals is shooting these productions. These are fresh new forces that Danny's ripping off my feet. You can smell them if you want to. We're out. Peace. He didn't smell.